Always great to check in with the mayor of Burlington, Marianne Meed Ward. And our first topic today, gotta say, is near and dear to the hearts of many people in Burlington and the surrounding area. It's a staple of the summer, the Sound of Music Festival. Now, this was the source of discussion at council. There are rumors flying around about a potential canceling or a hiatus. What is the situation?
So the festival is struggling, and we gave them a loan last year to help them out. We give them a grant every year. The Sound of Music is run by an independent board, so we have we don't control what happens, but we do have some financial skin in the game, and so our staff kind of looked at how things are and gave us some options around a repayment plan. One of the options was to suggest that they take a hiatus. I am absolutely 100% completely not supportive of a hiatus at all. I think we can get through this. And actually, what came out at our committee discussion yesterday was the Councillor Galbraith has someone in his ward who has approached him to say, look, we don't want to see the festival take a break or fail. We're interested in maybe coming to the table with some money. So we're going to get actually a more complete report at our council meeting next week on, it could be a potential game changer. So, and I do know that there are other folks in the community who've reached out to me who said, look, we don't want to see this take a break. I think that could spell the end of it if we do that. And I don't think it's necessary. I do think that there's a way to put this on good financial footing and work closely with the board and work with investors. So I'm very encouraged by the conversation yesterday. That was new news since the news broke, right? So staff put out a report saying, they're struggling to pay us back, and here's some options, and that really generated some good conversation where people are stepping forward to say, let's see how we make this happen. So I think all good news in the end, and stay tuned.
Well, I think you're absolutely right with hiatus. I've been on hiatus from Tiny Talent Time for a decade. So I would be very careful using that word because
Yeah,
often things do not come back.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
So, okay, look forward to hearing that news in the new year because if it is going to happen, you got to start booking bands. So
absolutely.
things have got to get on track. Let's talk about the province of Ontario activating disaster relief recovery assistance to support residents in Burlington. Now, what does this mean for those that encountered massive flood damage this past year?
This is absolutely necessary. It's like it really is for those folks something that will help them along and lift them towards recovery. We know that some residents in the hardest hit areas, Tyndega, Hidden Forest, Cavendish Drive, Willowbrook, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in damage. In some areas where there were reverse driveways, people lost their vehicles. Some of that is insured, but the losses are staggering. And we're just thrilled that the province, first they come to visit and they do an assessment on what happened here and what are the amount of losses, and it has to meet a certain threshold, and unfortunately, but fortunately we did, and their program will give up to $250,000 to each eligible homeowner, up to 90% of costs. So that's restoration work, that's replacing things that were lost or damaged. And so it was just great news to hear because residents are turning to the municipality, and we don't have those deep pockets, but the province does. They have a formal program, and we're eligible because of the devastating effect of the floods in July.
Yeah, it was pretty gruesome for sure, and something to be aware of down the line as well, which I know you and I speak of all the time in regards to potential floods and how weather is changing. All right, we're going to wrap things up today. Was something kind of fun. I mean, I was reading your newsletter, as I do. I saw there is a mayor's 2025 calendar, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, is this like the firefighters' calendar? Is this going to
Oh,
involve you and the counselors, Paul Sharman with suspenders and not much else? I didn't know what was happening.
no.
And then I saw, okay, there's a photo call out. Not those types of photos. What are you looking for this calendar?
We're really trying to tap into people's pride and joy in our city. So take a picture of a favorite place or something that you just think is beautiful. Or if you've already taken a picture, it's in your archives, that counts too. Just tell us where in Burlington you took it. We can't always tell other than the pier, we know where that is, but tell us where it is. The submission date is December 6th, so get those in. There's no limit on how many you can submit. So, you'll be competing with yourself, but that's okay. Send us what you got. We have, at last count, I think we had over 100 and we got to pick 12. So, based on that, we may find a way to showcase, really all the good submissions that we're going to get. But in terms of the calendar, we're putting together a Burlington calendar, obviously one amazing shot per month with all the city dates in there. So you'll know when committee and council and all of that good stuff, when we're out of town for conferences, when we're in town. So you can just keep track of what I'm up to for sure. And we're going to celebrate and acknowledge all of the recipients whose submissions are selected at City Hall. I believe it's December 16th, somewhere around in there. But check my feeds for that date. So we're going to bring everybody in, do the big unveil of the calendar, and it'll be just in time for you to buy one or get one. And I don't think we're selling them. So I think you can just pick one up and give it to somebody for Christmas.
There you go, and have it for yourself as well, so you know all of those dates. What's nice about Burlington, as we speak about it, is that you have the city, you also have a whole bunch of rural as well, so some very nice photo opportunities.
Absolutely.
All right, we are going to say goodbye for this week, but we will check in again next week. Thank you so much, Mayor.
Thank you.